Oops. Whoopsie. Where did I leave that other stuff? Hello, everybody. The auto fish farm tutorial is posted. Dubba dubba, welcome back. Boop. I'm not going to stream super long today, but I wanted to do some more fish farming. I did test it out in some other biomes, and it doesn't seem to be working anywhere but the shore/ocean. Because I tried it out here in the desert, and it was not. It would happen, but like very, very rarely. Yo, thank you, Dubba. Let's grab those. Then go back to this space. You got it working in the Frostlands? Okay, I didn't check all of them. I kind of just assumed. It's probably hit or miss. Frostlands would be good, though, because then you could get, like, silver thermal fish, which aren't really used for anything, to my knowledge. But I think you get green floppers there, too, so maybe it'd be advantageous. I still think ocean is going to be the best. If, like, desert isn't working, and... like, because Frostlands would be pretty advantageous, but I still think Ocean would be, like, #1, just because you're getting the black and blue. The washer and dryer items, you'll only get them in the world you found them in, so if you're in a different world, you won't have them. You watched me on your other account a year ago? Well, thank you for joining me again. They should be under, I think, electronics still, but I don't know. I haven't found it in this world, so I don't even have it in this world. I guess I should just build more of these. Yeah, what's going on, Jess? But I did get the tutorial for the fish farm posted. Can I make you a mod? Right now, I don't think I need any extra mods, but I'll keep you in mind, maybe. I was lake jumping to find the right one. Did you try desert at all? Because I couldn't get it to work in the desert. Any advice on full-time jobs? Get one that hopefully you don't hate. That can make you enough money to pay your bills. What kind of advice are you looking for? It's a very broad question. Yeah, I would get one. I think it's because just the animation happens less often. It's not like I was like having a miss. It was like the animation just almost never happened. How do you not get bored playing solo? I'd be building stuff. I would get like, I think I got like a total of 2 or 3 while I was trying it. It just like wasn't happening. Where's the Storm King? So once you need to go to this village, the Storm Chaser village, and level it up. And then eventually it'll mark it on your map with the Storm King icon like this. A vertical wall farm, do all the berries just drop down to the ground? If you build it vertical, like sideways essentially, I don't know if you mean like sideways, but like the plants still grow upwards. But if the Frostlands works, that's good to know. I tried the Lost Isles Ocean. Didn't work there like at all. I couldn't get anything to pop up for the Lost Isles Ocean. Which you'd think would be like the same as the regular ocean / shore, but I couldn't get it to work at all. That was like the second place I tried, or after desert, that was the other place I tried. What's going on, Bryce? White Knight, welcome in. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I'm gonna be on early that day doing an experiment because I want to get some videos up before my live stream even, and have all the things you want to know about the recycler. But pretty much right after that, I'm gonna hop on stream, so I still might stream early, but I'm still gonna do some playing off stream to get all the video stuff done. Also, might as well collect from the villagers here today. Where is everybody? Are they like sleeping? There we go. I can't remember who I got from now. What's new? Nothing yet. We're getting update to the wall display, and then we're also getting a buff to the Thunderclap blade, and we're also getting a recycler workstation. I think that was everybody. Rift crystals you get from storm enemies in the storm caves and stuff. Free pizza, free pizza. All right. And then let's just get these fish put away. Oh, I think I missed some. Because I think I had more black and blue than that. Oh, no, I put them all there. Okay. And then I think that's everything. Almost done. You don't upgrade your craft bench. You used to have to, now you don't. It's an all-in-one upgrade. You just have to get the materials for different recipes, and then you unlock them forever. Oh, he ate the treat. So yeah, like once you get the fish farm going, you have unlimited fish farm because you could just make great bait buckets forever, essentially. Okay, now we leave. But first, let's clean these up. Put that there, and then we just put a chest behind it with the materials to build more. There we go. Now we go back. No, not that one. This one. Oh, heck yeah, Double. Yo, Epic, what can I do with fish? I didn't play a long time. That's why I'm asking. So, not all of the fish are actually useful at all. Black and blue shieldfish are really useful because they make black and blue sushi, which is like the best food in the game. And then floppers you can use for like the wave break charms. And then there's some other fish for some other things. You can use electric eels to make batteries in the food processor. I would say like a third of the fish are actually useful, but it's mostly just for collecting. The whole map's not necessarily completely cleared, but I've pretty much been everywhere. Like, I don't have it completely uncovered, though. Best option for fish is food. Essentially, yeah, black and blue sushi, but that's just one specific fish. The other fish you don't really use too much. Like, even the orange floppers, you'd think you'd use more, but you really don't. I'm lagging already. So this is why I'm confused, where, like, I know the lag has to do with throwing down bait buckets, but, like, I still get... I shouldn't be getting lag spikes like that even before. So that one missed. That one hit. The reason I'm doing so much of this farming is because you get the black and blue sushi or the black and blue shieldfish, and they're really good. Iron is in Frostlands caves. That one went like the wrong spot. Bro, just play Minecraft? Why? They're similar, but there's tons of differences. If you prefer Minecraft, you can play it. You need to go to your crafting bench, and you're gonna need to get the inner fire charm, or you could eat burgers, or what is it? There's spicy fish sandwiches. There's a few different items that will you can eat them, and it'll keep you warm. Stormcore farm? I mean, oops. Why did that go so wrong? Stormcore farm really... I don't think there is really a way to farm it other than just, like, actively farming it yourself. See, even with this many bait buckets, I lag probably half the time I'm playing, but it'll start producing fish pretty quickly. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's still going to lag, but at least I don't have to worry about jumping back on every 2 seconds. I can just reset back up here. Yeah, it's mostly just a waiting game, and I could do more bait buckets in this, but it starts to get crazy laggy if you do too much. So I think it's kind of like my maximum. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to deal with stupid amounts of lag. Because I had it all, you can see how far I did make it go at one point, but I was like, no, I got to lay off. I don't want the world, even if the world did crash, it would probably still wouldn't make it permanent, because once you crashed, then everything would reset and go away. But this, I was noticing I still get, with this many bait buckets out, it's a pretty steady flow of fish. Right, Vegas, 100%. But even then, I like collecting a lot of, because I ran all out, making all of that black and blue sushi. It's even just in a few minutes. I think I'm going to go a few more. Oh, perfect. So you just saw it happen right there. Boop. No, no legendary fish. Fish are friends, not food. I didn't come up with it. This is all credit goes to Lego Moxie on YouTube. But I did post my own short form tutorial. I posted like a 2-minute short form tutorial version of it. That pretty much summarizes everything a little bit quicker. What are you gonna do with it? The fish? Pretty much just save the ones that, like, yellow slurp fish. Like, you don't really do anything. I don't even think they food process into anything worthwhile. But the black and blue shield fish, these are actually really good for one of the foods you can make in the game. I think I'm going to do more. I think I'm going to do more, chat. I feel like I got these ones off. I think it's the lag sometimes when I throw them. pushing it. Push it a little further. Dude, I feel like the second I throw more down, though, like somehow the rate goes up. This doesn't feel too laggy. Like, I can feel the lag, but all I gotta do is just wait longer. If I just kind of AFK it, then I won't feel the lag as much, and then I'll just do one big collection. Like, tell me why new ones have a higher chance of spawning. I don't know. See, now it's getting laggy, I think. What do you use to catch fish? Check out my most recent video. I just posted how to do this. It's essentially a glitch and a light exploit in a sense, but it's so cool that I'm like, nah, this is an in-game feature. But now we'll just wait. They spawn pretty quickly. Like, it's not, like, you'll see them every, like, you just saw one in the right side of the screen pop up. But any more than this, and, like, I'm already lagging pretty good right now. The more you add, the more you lag. No legendaries. No, that's the thing is, yeah, you're right, Charlie, they're not... If the legendaries were programmed into the animation, then I'd say they probably would. But since it seems to be only the base rarities programmed in to jump out, it's only going to be those. Willing to make. Yeah, one happened right next to me. But yeah, they happen pretty quick. Not each individual one produces it very fast, but that's why it's a numbers game. You do like 30 or 40 of them. If you have questions, today's the day to ask them. We're going to be just AFK farming pretty much. Or not AFK, but I'm here. But we're going to, like, chill for 5 to 10 minutes at a time and then collect everything. Do you not prefer Minecraft? So the thing with Minecraft is I've never really played it. And I know it's a good game. I know, like, I've, seen plenty of content about it. Like, I know the ins and outs. It's kind of the inspiration for my love for this game. But it's something I never really just got into, just by chance. And at this point, not that I don't, like, I'm disinterested in trying it, but I had my own interests, like LEGO and other video games, and I was a LEGO content creator for 4 years previous to LEGO Fortnite coming out. And when this game came out, I was like, oh, cool. It's a game similar to Minecraft, a game I've kind of always wanted to dip my toes into here and there, but I've never really had, like, it's never made the top of my priority list. But this game is LEGO, and I already love LEGO. I'm making content about LEGO. And this is kind of the best of both worlds for me, where it's a game similar to Minecraft, but it's also, everything in it you build with is like 1-to-1 ratio scaled Lego builds. So it's kind of just personal preference. I'm sure I would enjoy Minecraft. Like, I don't doubt that I would enjoy it. I just enjoy this game so much that I don't feel the urge to, like, waver from this. Does that make sense? After testing, is it legitimately worth doing or about the same as if we just fished? It depends on how many bait buckets you have. I would say if I did a little bit more, I think I'm right about, like, it's hard to count how many are popping up, how often, because they're so spread out, right? But you'd have to time it, like, you'd have to just popping in. Yeah, what's going on, Reed? You'd have to pop, like, you sit there for like 20 minutes and fish normal. And be like, all right, how many total casts did I reel in 20 minutes of normal fishing versus 20 minutes of 30 bait buckets, 20 minutes of 50 bait buckets. And with this method, you test different amounts and be like, which one matches up or exceeds the rate of normal. So when I did it last night, see how much I have built? I don't have all the bait buckets extending out today because it got really, really laggy. But when I had all these filled with bait buckets too, oh yeah, it was like twice as fast at least as regular fishing. But the nice thing about this is let's say you're got your Switch or your console. Well, you could kind of set this up, leave it running in the background. Because with regular fishing, you have to pay attention. You have to click and then wait for the thing to activate so you can click it on time. It takes like conscious effort, right? Where this doesn't take any conscious effort once you get it set up. It's just you're reeling in fish on autopilot. So you could let this go. And in my case, I'm just going to let it go and talk to you guys and talk to chat and answer questions. But what you could do at home if it's on a Switch or even your computer, so you let it go and on another monitor, you pull up YouTube. Or if it's on your Switch, you kind of let this go on your Switch and you stick around on TikTok on your phone. Or you play on your Xbox, or you play on your PC, or your Switch is running over here. There's a ton of different options where you can kind of just let it autopilot. Wait, what game is this? This is LEGO Fortnite. It's free. This game came out in December of 2023, and it has continued to get updates. Oh, you timed it, ZZ? Okay, yeah. And yeah, see, that's the other thing, is Minecraft, I've always made that point. It doesn't look bad. It's meant to look retro. That's the whole point of Minecraft and what lets it run so well in infinite quantities, and you can build forever. It's just because it's so basic, and that's kind of the appeal to it. The appeal to LEGO Fortnite is, dude, it's hyper-realistic, scaled, high graphic, high poly, you know, LEGO builds. Yo, Barry Sabetic with the freaking galaxy? Let's go. Dude, thank you. We don't get those often over here. But now I can just, I don't know how long that was. Was that like 5 minutes of standing here? Oh, another one. See, it's going to lag, which is fine. But it's still collecting faster. 60 roses. W. Dude, thank you. Seriously. Thank you for the support. You're a real one. Gotta resurface. It doesn't really get laggier the more fit. Oh, I guess that's not a big deal. I guess that's actually preferable for that to happen. It's an easier way to reset than try to jump through the lag. Playing right now to get your dailies done. Let's go. What is that? An auto fish farm. I just posted the tutorial. Also, huge shout out and credit 100% goes to LEGO Moxie on YouTube for discovering and posting this yesterday. I posted my own short form tutorial today. But this is an automatic, you just saw one. It's an auto fish farm. It's essentially not intended in the slightest, but this genius of a player, LEGO Moxie, noticed that sometimes when they were fishing in the ocean, that if there was a fishing spot too close to like a boardwalk or something, or underneath it, when that animation happens of the fish jumping, I guess it's not just an animation, it's a physical fish, because it'll jump out and then hit something and then spawn as an actual fish. And so they noticed that near like piers and boardwalks. So they're like, okay, well, what's a way I can do this intentionally? So they built like this floor system so that they can throw down bait buckets. And it doesn't do it. You'll see every once in a while the animation will happen, but they'll miss. But most of the time, they'll hit one of these floors and then spawn. It's like ridiculous. This just got discovered yesterday, Radisha. Literally, the person who posted this, they literally discovered it yesterday morning, or yesterday, like the evening before that or whatever. This literally was a weird technique glitch that just got discovered. So you can see they're kind of, they don't happen often per pool, but you just throw down a bunch of gray bait buckets, and then whenever the animation happens on one of them, it has a pretty good chance of catching them. So you just sit here and they collect themselves. Yeah, I don't think you can catch legendaries. I think it's that they don't jump up. I would have imagined at least, because you'd think they'd be at a similar rate to what you catch manually. But I've caught like 200 orange floppers this method at least, and not seen one legendary orange flopper, where if you caught 200 orange floppers by hand, I would guarantee you'd have like 2 or 3 minimum legendary ones. Is there any blast core tricks? Yeah, but it's kind of up to luck. There's a specific, so you know how there's the desert caves? Well, inside of desert caves, or any cave really. So all the caves, they are quote unquote randomly generated, but in reality, they're just chambers, like there's like chamber A, B, C, D, E, you know, down the whole alphabet, right? And then if you go into a cave, what the game does is it just takes a random set of preset chambers and arranges them in a random order. So you might have like chamber A that connects to chamber G that connects to chamber Z. And in another cave you go to, it's like similar, like it's got chamber Z, but that's the first one you go to. So what you'll notice is there's repeating chambers in the game throughout all the caves. In desert caves specifically, there's a certain chamber. It's hard to describe. I have a very old TikTok video on it that I need to remake, but I haven't found one of these chambers. It's a chamber that can pop up more than once in more than one cave, but it's basically 2 little lava waterfalls, and it's a very small circular chamber. It's like very distinct. And in that specific shape desert cave chamber, there is, for some reason, like 10 or 12 spawn locations for blasters. And you can just run around this one really small room, essentially, just taking out blasters. And by the time you run around and take out the last blaster, dude, they're on like a 20 or 30 second respawn timer. So you're able to just keep continuously running around this room, farming them. Yeah, the balloon popping and stuff. Yeah, that still works. I feel like if you look at them, they do it more too. I don't know. I should build... Did I bring wood? No. Let's say I should just build like a little staircase thing. A viewing area. Lag. Okay, do I have torches on me? Oh, I do. I see everything. It would be really hard to count, though. You know what? I think it would look better if I built it, like, parallel. No, I don't want to collect yet. Because this could also mark, like, where I need to cool it. I'm doing 90s, chat. What's happening here? Auto fish farm. Lego Moxie on YouTube discovered this method the other day. And it's actually insane, and it's super simple to set up. But all these floor pieces, they're about I think there's 7 floor pieces above the water level of the ocean. And then you see the smaller gaps. Those are gaps of 2 studs. The bigger gaps you see are gaps of 6 studs. So you build it 7 floors off the ground. You build it in this pattern. You don't have to do alternating colors like I did. That just helps visualize the spacing. Because when you place the bait buckets in between the gaps of 6, if they're too close together, it'll just get rid of one of the bait buckets. So it helps just kind of plan out a grid system for your bait bucket placement. But basically what happens is the bait bucket causes an animation, and sometimes that, see, like right there, see how that jellyfish jumped out of the water and landed? That one was actually a miss. What we want is for it to jump out of the water and bump into the floor pieces, and when it does, it spawns as an actual fish. Why? I don't know. You see that one hit. You saw it jumped out there and then like hit its head. But yeah, there's another one. It happens quite often. Now with the auto fish farm, I'm planning to process molten fish for blast score. I got about 10% of them. Wait, because I'm in a desert. This is a desert shore, but I'm not getting any of the desert spawns. Are you getting, ZZ, are you getting moltens out of your shore? Because I know previous updates when I used to fish in a desert shore, I would get desert fish plus shore fish at the same time. Oh, yeah. Gotta yeah. What's it, what is this one? Famous Dave's or the other one? Oh, this is Dickie's. Yeah, Dickie's. I did. I built on the lake oasis. I wasn't getting any to spawn there. I have one right over here. I tried it in varying heights. I tried some lower, some higher than I did at the ocean. And I would get like 1 fish every like 10 minutes. And now I didn't scale it this big, but it was seemingly happening way less often for me at the Desert Oasis. Was your experience different? Can I get a quick rundown, please? Yeah! So basically someone noticed, Lego Moxie specifically, they noticed that when they were fishing near like a dock, like a natural dock, and there would be a natural fishing spot, you know, one of the little chum bucket pools. Well, they noticed if the pool was really close to the dock, sometimes when the fish, you just saw it, sometimes when the fish animation happens and it jumps out of the water, for some reason the animation, I guess, is more than just an animation, because you think it would just phase through everything. It's an animation. Nope. That is a physical fish jumping out of the water. And if it is too close to a structure, when it jumps out, it'll bump into it and just spawn itself from an animation to an actual in-game item. And so when they noticed that happening near the piers or the docks on Axe, like naturally, they were like, how can I replicate this on purpose? So they built a system of just planks going out in a line with certain gaps in them, so that way you can throw your own bait buckets in between the floors and generate this mishap on purpose and much more often. This is definitely not Minecraft. You were right. This is LEGO Fortnite. So someone's telling me in my Twitch chat. Oh, I can hear you now. So ZZ, it wasn't working for me in the desert oasis. I built it at different heights and couldn't get like almost, like it would rarely give me a fish. So maybe your experience is different, and maybe I need to try a different method. I searched up Minecraft. This is LEGO Fortnite. It's a completely different game. I hope, I don't mind if they take this glitch out, but they do need to give us an in-game feature to auto fish. All they need to do is it needs to be in utility or something, or like a new like toy and have a utility section. or something. They just need to have a fishing net. And what you should be able to do is just throw a fishing net out into the water. And then every like 24 hours, it catches like 10 fish or something. And then you would just throw out a bunch of fishing nets everywhere and you could just auto farm. But they would like cost cord or drawstring or whatever to make them. And they would only last for so long before they broke, but they would allow you to auto fish. I think that would be great. Or yeah, or have villagers able to fish, 1000%. They can process fish, but they can't fish themselves. See, it generates pretty quickly. And it's not too laggy with this many. I could go further. I filled it up all the way up to there with bait buckets, but right now I've only got it to about here with bait buckets, and it's not that laggy. Yeah, I'll have to go over there later, but I don't want to have to replant these. But I had it at, I think, 6 to start, and then that one wasn't really doing much, so I tried going down a space, and then I did another row down a space from there. So I have like 5 or 6 different levels that I tried, and I started at 6 and went up to like 7 and 8, and then went down to like 4, 3, and not 2, but I think I went from like 3 to 8. I tried like every level from like that range, and maybe it just didn't do enough scale to notice, but it was just so infrequent that I was like, maybe it's not working. What's the white bills? Those are just floor pieces from Beachside Boulevard. I think it's time to do a collection. Yeah, oh, thank you, Gaming Wit. I didn't come up with this or discover it, but I'm happy to share all this kind of stuff. Yeah. That's a lot of fish, dude. That's a lot. It's just, it gets really laggy. So if you see me not moving or rubber banding hard, it's because the game is really struggling. What do you do with the fish? The black and blue sushi you actually make into some of the best food in the game. So that's why I don't want to do any more bait buckets than this, is because it's already pretty laggy when I go around to collect everything. So I don't necessarily want it to get any laggier than it already is. I just don't want the game to crash or something randomly and then not be able to collect all the fish, so you do want to collect them every so often. Yeah, well, the gaps in between really just help you with spacing for the buckets, for the left to right spacing. Because I noticed you can squeeze them a little bit closer together than they mentioned in the video. I think they mentioned something like 28 studs. I think it's more like 16 studs apart that you're able to get them. Because like you look at these two, that's way more than 28 studs apart. So it's because I think it's the height that determines it's. The width away, that's just going to depend. It's just going to, like, change the spacing on your overall setup. Like, I don't think that's going to play into the spawning factor. Because at the end of the day, like this one right here, this gap, I don't have any bait buckets in this gap. It's just a smaller gap than they had. But at the end of the day, there is a fish bucket in between the gap of 6 that they have. And then this one, I think, is 7 spaces above. And then in the desert, I tried similar spacing, but it just wasn't working for me. Honestly, with all of the lag The only reason I'm swimming is because half the time with the lag, it causes me to fall into the water anyway. And then once I'm in the water, when I'm lagging, I'll spend like 5-10 seconds jumping up and down, but then it's like rubber banding me back, so I can't even hop back up. So I'm just like, no, I think I'm just gonna go into the water and embrace it, and it'll be. I think you swim faster than you run too with these charms. Because I was just getting annoyed with how many times I would fall in the water and then try to jump back out and spend like an immense amount of time trying to jump back out. It's not even, like, for me, it was just a lag preventing me. Like, it would literally, I would jump, and as I got 2 feet out of the water, it would rubber band me, like, back into the water, so I couldn't even jump high enough to get off the darn thing. Yeah, I don't know why caves can't be mapped. You'd think they'd be simpler to map than the world. Because, yeah. I know caves are very vertical and all, but you could still give me a 2D rundown. Yeah, the wave break charms. Otherwise, it probably wouldn't be worth it swimming. And I could do a third one, but being in expert mode, I'm not taking that chance. That's all I need is the disconnect to a death. That happens. If you play expert mode, sometimes if you disconnect or you crash, especially if you're already, like, let's say you're fighting a skeleton or a brute, and you disconnect or crash, well, even though you, from your perspective, the game just went black, and you think it would stop right there, well, no, from, like, server side, your character stays in the world for however X amount of time, even though you crashed, and then your character just dies in-game during the crash, and you could log back into losing your charm. That's happened to me a couple times where I'll log in, and all of a sudden I'm at my bed, and I look at my inventory and I have no charm, and I'm like, and it's like, let's get back up, and I'm like, what? I didn't die. I logged out, or I crashed. But see, it's interesting. You see how, like, I'm getting tons of spawns over there right now? But, like, look at this patch right here where, like, nothing is happening. Like, there's one there, and there's one there, and there's, like, one there. But, like, this whole half, is it like a... I swear, is it like a visual thing? Like, if you look at them more? Let's try this. Just, like, full view. Like, I don't know. It's weird how, like, random it is. Like, is this just full, like, RNG at its best? Just randomness? And we're just getting a weird pattern here? Where it's, like, one spot's just not doing anything? This game is not old and still nostalgic for me. For real. I mean, honestly, nostalgia is... I feel like the older you get, the more... maybe you're young, but, like, even 2020 is nostalgic for, like, because, like, that's when I first got into TikTok, was, like, late 2019, early 2020. So, like, hearing TikTok sounds and music that are from that early 2020s is, like, it'll, like, hit my ears. I'm like, oh my god, it's so nostalgic. It brings me back, like, seemingly really far back, but it's only like 4 or 5 years. For this method, Seth, no, they do not. For regular fishing, the other buckets just last longer, the rarer ones. But these ones, with this method, they last forever, since it'll just generate, because all it's doing is generating an animation, and we're just catching that animation. And that animation will, like, apparently last for, like, happen infinitely forever. Whereas if you're fishing manually out of the fishing spot, then it's counting down the amount of, like, uses it has. Whereas this method seems to, like, bypass that, and it doesn't matter what rarity you use. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some more water. A Marvel-related update would be sick, though, Arch. Gimme. But this is every, like, 5 or 10 minutes that this many fish spawn. It's crazy. How have they added to this? Oh, insane amounts. They've updated every couple of months. Like, they get major updates every couple of months, and then more, like, quality of life updates every couple of weeks kind of deal. They've added a Storm King boss, like an endgame boss. They've added more biomes. They've added lots more to do. A lot more of the same, but also a lot of, like, actual new stuff. But if you haven't played since launch, you'll have a good time. There's a lot more to do, a lot more to build, a lot more free builds available through making villages and stuff. Lala? Dude, thank you. Welcome in. Yeah, it's super addicting. I think a lot of people overlooked it at first because it had a lot of hype. It had like 2 million players the first couple of weeks. And the reason was it was on the Fortnite platform. So Fortnite already has millions of active and semi-active players who play Battle Royale. And most of those players, when they played LEGO Fortnite, were expecting a LEGO Battle Royale. So they all thought it was crap. And I don't think this game got as much marketing as it could outside of the Fortnite bubble, because this is it's its own. It's called LEGO Fortnite, but it is its own standalone LEGO game. It's just developed in tandem and put on Epic's platform. So a lot of people associate it directly with Fortnite from an outside perspective, because if you play the game, you didn't like it because it wasn't BR. And then if you were outside of the game and you didn't play BR, you probably wouldn't have tried or thought to try LEGO Fortnite, because from an outside perspective, you probably also would have assumed it was going to be some sort of LEGO Battle Royale related thing. And if you weren't into Battle Royale, you probably wouldn't be into it. So I think, like, from both ends, it was just misunderstood. Now, that's not to say the game doesn't have its fair share of flaws still and improvements that need to be made. But at the same time, I think a lot of people haven't even given it a chance yet that would love to give this kind of game a chance. It just didn't get out to the right demographic off the bat. So it's whatever the base rarity of the fish are. So floppers, orange floppers. Orange floppers can only be gray or legendary. Yellow slurp fish, those can only be rare or legendary. You cannot get a green rarity yellow slurp fish. You cannot get a gray rarity yellow slurpfish. You cannot get a purple rarity yellow slurpfish. You can only get a blue rare or an orange legendary. Those are the two rarities that fish come in. There's the base rarity and the legendary rarity. The base rarity of orange floppers are common. The base rarity of blue floppers are common. The base rarity of all the slurpfish are rare. The base rarity of all the jellyfish are uncommon. The base rarity of black and blue shieldfish are uncommon. And then every single one of these has a legendary version as well. So as far as this, it's not going to pop up legendaries. It will only pop up base rarities. So it'll pop up orange floppers in gray and then all the slurpfish in blue. But it will not give you legendaries of any of these with this method. Toxic, someone was telling me they got it to work with Desert Oasis, but I could not. Maybe we can try that. Maybe we could give that another go, because I've collected a decent amount of fish here today. So why don't we give that a try again? I couldn't get it to work in the Lost Isles ocean. It seems to work best in the ocean, but I'll do a little bit more experimenting while we're here. Yeah, the crashing and the overall lag is still pretty unacceptable. Now, the lag that I'm experiencing right now is due to me doing this essentially glitch. All these bait buckets cause a lot lag, so if I log out and log back in and get rid of these bait buckets, this lag will go away. But even without this going on, it's still pretty darn laggy. You did one in the grasslands way, can it work there? Okay. After I had it not work in 2 biomes, I kind of gave up, but maybe it's just hit or miss. I'm lagging. Best possible way to start in LEGO Fortnite if you're new. Come to this Storm Chaser village. It'll be different. It's a different purple marker than the one you start nearby. You'll start by like a different... this one's like a purple one with like a triangle. You can't see it because my character's over it. But in other worlds, there'll be like a purple starter village that you can only level up to level 4. But if you come to this Storm Chaser village, which should still be pretty close to your starter village, you can come here and I haven't broken all of it. But here, you can start with a gray pickaxe or your hands, and you can start breaking some of this stuff that's in here. And then with that stuff, you're able to go to your crafting bench and actually make a green pickaxe. I think you get, out of some of this, I think you end up getting, like granite slabs out of some of this stuff that you're able to break with your hands. And then you can make a green pickaxe, which allows you to break more of the stuff in here. And then eventually you're able to make a blue pickaxe, and then the blue pickaxe can break this stuff. And this stuff gives you glass and copper. And then you can use the, I can't remember which items in here. There's certain items that, these ones give you rough copper, and I think these ones give you cut, or not copper, rough amber and regular amber. See, that one gave me 4 cut amber. So then you can use that cut amber to make yourself a purple pickaxe. So you can do that like right off the rip. So you can just farm the stuff, the decorations in the Storm Chaser base, and you can basically get yourself started with everything you need. The different world modes. There's Sandbox, Cozy, Survival, and Expert. And Cozy, Survival, and Expert, you can see, you can just like simply put that as easy, medium, and hard. And then Sandbox is just kind of what it sounds like. Sandbox, it's like just open, you can do whatever. You have unlimited everything from a default. Cozy is like an easier survival mode. Regular survival is like intermediate, regular survival. And then Expert is harder than regular survival and has like more strict rules. See, here I tested it. I think this one's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, this one's about 7 high, and I couldn't really get any to spawn. And then I tried doing, like you can see, I go lower and a little bit lower, and then over here I go higher and then a little bit higher. And I swear I just will try it again, but I wasn't able to get any to go. Because you'd think after 10 minutes, each one at different heights would still, even if one of them wasn't working, you'd see the ones that were working. So there's one already, but it missed. You didn't actually spawn it. Oh, it happened again and it missed. Huh. Weird. That's bad luck. Wow, that one keeps making a sound, but it's like not happening. Maybe it's not. Maybe that one is actually too high. Yeah, these ones are happening like crazy, but it's not actually hitting. Maybe that one ends up being too high. Too. Oh, that one hit. Okay. I actually don't want to collect that. Okay, now it's all of a sudden working way faster than it was before. Dude, yesterday I sat here for like 20 minutes and nothing happened. What the hell? Okay. Yesterday, maybe it's just chance? I don't know, man. I must have got really unlucky. I sat here for so long and wasn't getting squat. I got more than I did yesterday, like already. These ones are lower, but we'll see if it works over here at all. Yeah, it clearly didn't like me yesterday. Like, I have less here, obviously, than I did the other one, yeah, I can't get enough stuff collected. Well, like then there's certain materials you really do need more than a few chests worth of it at any given time, like granite and wood and stuff like that. But oh, I meant to ask, was ZZ, you're dipping. I was wondering if they had found any Raven thermals from this method. Something tell me these are like maybe too low, but at the same time, I guess I should do this row too. Just to see if these spawn anything ever, or I can rule out that these are too low. Will this get patched? Probably. I would imagine so. I give it like a 80 to 90% chance. One, it's unintended. I don't think it's super game breaking, but one of the other reasons that kind of makes me think it'll get patched is it makes the game really laggy. And something like they don't want people to do something that's going to like make the game run worse, because then, like, look at me yesterday before I realized it was my own doing. They're getting angry at the game. See, now it's like not really doing much at all. And again, it was working over here. So these are the, oh, they're, speak of the devil. Okay, it's happening on the lower ones too. All I have to do is talk about it. Nothing's happening, gosh. Oops. Hey, come back. I can't get that out of the water, can I? Bye. Also, I got the tutorial up for this on TikTok and YouTube. And then if you want to see Lego Moxie's original video / tutorial, go check them out on YouTube. Lego Moxie. Yeah, this one seems like it's less often, but I also have it scaled. There's not, I think I have about 50% more. It seems like they don't hit as often either, especially on this one. Seems like they're mostly hitting on this level. And then sometimes on this level, and then on the lower ones. Oh, yep, there's a Raven Thermal right there. Look at that. Boom. Not bad, not bad. It's quicker than I probably would have got one regular fishing. Sweet. Okay. So apparently, dude, I got in, I think in 10 or 15 minutes, because I had the same amount of buckets out when I was testing off stream. I was here for 10 or 15 minutes plus, and I think I got 2 orange floppers and something else. Like, that was it. That one missed. See, what I'm also thinking is, like, once you get it built or like down, I feel like it's not that big of a deal. Like, it wouldn't be that time consuming if, like, because technically the only reason you want a gap here is so you can throw the bucket in. But once the bucket's in, wouldn't, like, doing this, like, be better? Like, if you just had either, like, this going across in, like, a lattice pattern to, like, help block it more? You know what I mean? And then, like, when you're done, obviously you have to, like, break that so you can rethrow the thing. But wouldn't that be, like, you think more optimal? Like, tedious, yeah. Like, an extra step every time you go to, like, run it up. But then at the same time, doesn't this, like, increase the chance of it getting hit? Right? Like, in theory? Like, that one missed. You saw it. Like, and it also jumped out from, like, a really weird spot, too. Or, like, what if I just, like, covered it up completely, too? Like, because big 16s would be easy to, like, get rid of. I could just do that. You know what I mean? And then you could just swim under it. You could actually collect from the top, too. But, like, what if we do that? I want to try it on all the ones that don't have anything caught yet. Oh, another Raven Thermal. Score. Because I feel like these ones aren't catching as much as the ocean ones are. Maybe it has to do something with the waves. But then, like, what if we just force it ourselves, you know? Because these aren't hard to break every time. They're just one big piece. 12 might be easier, too. Less big. Yeah, 7 seems to be the best. But this one, honestly, I mean, on the desert, this one's like 4. So I feel like a lot of these ones are happening, but they miss. That torch I threw, don't worry. There's nothing close to me. I'm just gonna go farm over here. I don't know how anybody's living in there, but kudos to you. What is this? Inside the rock. How is this auto fishing? The fish are jump out of the water basically and catch themselves on these floor pieces, so then I could just run around and pick them up. Like this. So I don't actually have to do anything to fish. They just need to add some sort of auto collect type feature for chests or something, and then it could be like a true auto farm. Wait, what is this method? Check out my most recent video or go see LEGO Moxie on YouTube. They posted the original method. They were the one who discovered this. No, it doesn't work for legendary ones. It's just good for farming the base rarities. What's going on, Chase? Do you ever get bored of just LEGO Fort? Well, I don't play just LEGO Fort. I just stream it. I play other games off stream with my friends in my free time when I'm not creating content or streaming this game. I've actually been playing decent amount of Marvel Rivals when I'm not doing work. Yeah, I won't be live too much longer today. I'm not gonna. I wanted to do some more testing with this, but we got 2 more days till the update, so I was gonna take some time, maybe get some other small videos prepared like this, and then kind of just relax before the new update, so I'm not super burnt out. Do you have any towers? I wouldn't call specific towers, but I have a lot of buildings that are definitely towery. Yeah, see, now it seems like super slow again, you notice? I think it's like it's almost like the weather. See, that one you think would have had to hit if I had it covered. But not bad. I mean, it's not as many oranges even, but the fact that you're getting Raven thermals is pretty crazy. What update? Go check. I think it's like 3 or 4 videos ago on my page, but it's a smaller update. But we're getting a buff to the Thunderclap blade. We are getting a new recycler station that'll recycle weapons into materials or tools and weapons, really anything that you can break down. And then we're also getting an improvement to the wall mount, which right now you can only display quick bar items on it, like weapons and torches and food and stuff like that. But after the update on the 25th, we'll be able to put materials. And you know, I'm interested is we have the, I didn't even think about it. Will we be able to put regular fish on the wall, you think? Probably not, right? Because those are reserved for the like wall mountable ones, but like I wonder. Yeah, this one's not really... It was like going really good there, and now it's slowed up again. I feel like this one's super inconsistent. Like day versus night maybe matters, or... extra hot weather maybe. Like, I don't know. It seems like very inconsistent, because now we have almost got nothing. There's one. What are you barking at, Winnie? Yeah, I think I'm actually going to call it there for the day. I just wanted to do a little more fishing, show off some stuff since I had the video up. I see you, Winnie. Can you go outside? Hold on. I'll let the dogs out of the room, and then I'll call it. But I did get the tutorial for this up if you want to run this yourself and test it out in some other biomes. Some people were saying it works in the Frostlands. I couldn't really get it to work in the Lost Isles Ocean, but I would recommend setting this up in the ocean shore, so on the mainland, because black and blue shield fish are really good food, and it's pretty much the best thing you're getting out of this method is those black and blue shield fish. Who should we raid over to tonight? Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Thank you for your patronage.
Yo, Jess, the resub. 6 months. New badge. Magenta badge. Congrats and thank you. Boom. I got some more ravens. I noticed you don't get any storm floppers out of this method, though. It's probably not in the animation yet. And I will have a full tour of this base up on the 25th when we actually get wall mounts. That's all I'm waiting on, because I feel like I would be obligated to make another tour for that anyway. But other than that, code Epic Bricks in the item shop. And if you're on TikTok and enjoy the show, consider coming and checking me out on Twitch and YouTube. I stream over there simultaneously. Anytime you see me live on TikTok, I'm also live on Twitch and YouTube. And if you prefer to watch on one of those platforms, what are you waiting for? But other than that, like I said, code Epic Bricks in the item shop. You got these build kits in the shop, which this one, Anarchy Acres, is my all-time favorite. It'll be there until you got 3 more days. 3 more days on this batch. Like I said, I highly recommend this one. It's only 1,000 V-Bucks, and it's got some of my favorite decor and build pieces in the game. But we're gonna raid over to Not Your Average Mom, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow probably. That'll probably be another short one tomorrow. But then we'll be on the update, and that'll be a biggin. I'll probably be live for, who knows? We'll see. Quite a bit, probably. Yo, Kenny, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Yo, have a good one. Lololage, I appreciate it. Have a good night, Neptune. Zeppelin, have a great night as well. All my other mods, thank you so much. I'm out of here. See ya.